Alright guys, this video is going to be about whether to buy a new car or whatever, or a used one. Honestly, it's really depending on whether the car you have now is nickeling and diming you to death. What I mean nickeling and diming you to death is it's constantly breaking down or constantly has to be in the shop for some reason. Now, my opinion on new versus old, I probably would not buy a new vehicle. That's just me. Because you have all of the technology in the new vehicles. It's just ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, it's nice to have all them fancy gadgets, touchscreen, Bluetooth, whatever. But I don't really like new. Yeah, they're fancy looking, nice gadgets to show off to your friends or family members. But honestly, I wouldn't buy a new one, because what's to say after whether you bought it paid out of pocket or financed that vehicle, that new one, and after it's paid off and there's no warranty, let's say that touchscreen radio goes out. Well, that's going to cost you a lot of money, rather than buying a used vehicle that doesn't have a touchscreen or all them fancy gadgets. Now, I have a 2005 Chevy Silverado. It's the work truck package. To me, that's all I need. Has AM, FM radio, heat, AC, daytime running lights, cruise control, digital dash. But other than that, there's no really fancy touchscreen or Bluetooth or anything. And my other vehicle I got, it's a 94 Chevy Silverado. And that thing, honestly, is better than probably my 2005. Because, yeah, my 05's nice and all, but I like the 94. Doesn't have all that computer junk, really. Yes, it does have computer stuff for like fuel injection, but if I had the choice to buy a vehicle right now and the 94 was on that lot with one of them new vehicles, I honestly would buy the 94. Because 1, parts are cheaper. 2, it's going to last probably a lot longer than them newer ones. And yeah, my 05, it's a lot running still good. But I've been having some problems with it. Like my airbag light's on, which the airbags weren't deployed. My ABS light's on. I don't have, airbags or ABS in my 94. That's what I like about it. It doesn't have all this computer stuff in it. So, in my opinion, I would choose older. Now, older is also not better either. Because if you buy old, then, you don't have the safety features as the newer ones do. But also another thing with new and old. Do you really want to spend a lot of money on a vehicle? Because if you do, then buy a new one, a new vehicle. But if you don't want to, and you don't want the hefty payments that come with that new vehicle, go out and buy yourself an older vehicle. It doesn't have to be really old, but it's up to you. Now, you can do what you want. But honestly, with new versus old, I choose old. Because of a lot of reasons. Another reason of choosing old is because the older vehicles, you don't have all the wiring like you do in the newer vehicles. They're easier to work on. You have more room under the hood to get to if something's wrong. But if you actually stop and think about it, buying a new vehicle versus an older vehicle, it's like a kind of want or a need thing. Do you really need that new vehicle? Or you just want that new vehicle? Because if you need that vehicle, then okay. But if you don't go and spend the money. Save it up. Buy yourself an older vehicle. Because you're going to have so much problems with the newer technology nowadays. It's not going to be funny. And a lot of the places with the new technology, like the mom and pop garages, they won't even probably want to touch it. Because they probably don't have the equipment to work on something like that. Now, if you got the money to go buy that new car or truck or whatever it might be, then go ahead. But if you stop and think about it, do you really need that new vehicle? What's wrong with your old one? Now, I can see if your old one, like I said, is nickel and diming you to death and it's paid off and you don't want to keep putting money into it because it needs an engine or a transmission or something that's going to cost more than what the car is worth, then okay. But if it needs like something minor, like a tune-up and tires and brakes, why get rid of the car? Save the money up, put the parts in it, and drive it instead of buying a new one. So my opinion on new versus old, I'm going with old. No matter what. So, like, subscribe. Alright. Have a good night, guys. Bye.